5 manipulations which a lot of people use every single day, unfortunately. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how to notice this manipulation, how to react on them, and how not to get manipulated by anybody. So let's get started. My name is Katya. I'm a relationship coach, and I help women build healthy and committed relationships and move on after breakup. And today we will be talking about 5 most popular manipulation techniques which many people use. Very often they don't use them even intentionally. Maybe they have their social patterns, maybe their parents were acting this way, or maybe his friend, and then you see that this person is really manipulative, and you feel so uncomfortable, guilty, confused, and you're like, why is he doing this? There can be plenty of reasons. So very often people even don't know when they're doing it. Not often people do it intentionally to manipulate. Yeah, sometimes they're just selfish, because manipulation is a one-sided thing, because you don't take into account the feelings and the rights of the other person. You're just doing it in order for your personal gain, to gain something for yourself. And then these people, if you're sad that they're manipulating, they're like, what, did he do it really? The funny thing that women do manipulate even more than men. Subconsciously, for some reason, women have more tendency for doing it. Maybe because women usually talk more, I don't know. But again, like, every woman is different. So every woman is unique. So we never know actually who does it more. So let's get started. So if you feel guilty, upset, you feel small, you feel uncomfortable, you feel that like something is wrong here, then there is a big chance you're being manipulated. And as I said, being manipulated means that somebody is trying to minimize you and use you in their personal gain for any particular reason. It can be a co-worker who needs him to do his job for you, or for example, it can be your boyfriend who doesn't want to do something or doesn't want you to act a certain way. Sometimes people try to manipulate our feelings because they don't like to own bad stuff they did, for example, and they're like, oh no, you don't feel this way. And you're like, what? Like, how can anybody tell you how you're feeling? Nobody can tell you that. Listen, nobody knows how you feel. In fact, yeah, people can guess, but nobody knows beside you how are you feeling. So make sure that if somebody is telling you you can't be feeling this way, probably this person is trying to manipulate you. And this is the technique number 1, minimizing your feelings. So if anybody is claiming your feelings for you, yeah, maybe they don't have bad intention, but they simply don't understand you, because they can't. They cannot get into you, can get connected to your brain and like, oh, wow, that's how she feels in fact. No, it's just guessing. Sometimes our face show different, body language show different feeling. Or maybe we even said words which we don't mean. Like you say, I'm really angry, but you don't look angry. You cannot feel angry. So it depends, we are all different. Matter of fact, if somebody is trying to manipulate your feelings and telling you how you're supposed to feel, don't fall for this. Stick to your emotions and make sure to say that, no, I really feel this way because of this situation you've done, and I'm not happy about it, and I want to be treated this way so I feel better. This way you would be able to set your boundaries and tell the person why you're feeling this way. Then it can get to their actually open communication and healthy communication, because maybe the person didn't do it intentionally, matter of fact. But if he does it often, and if he tells you really like a lot that you cannot be angry with me because I'm talking to other girls, it's my rights, you're not controlling me. This is a big fat red flag, first of all. Then secondly, if you're feeling angry about his actions, then it's okay to express your feelings. It's okay to allow yourself to feel whatever you feel. Yeah, you need to check in with yourself. Why are you feeling this? Like, why are you feeling jealous, or why are you feeling angry about it? And probably it's the matter of trust. Because if you don't trust him and you see that he's talking to lots of other girls, and you just, for example, started dating, and you're like, because I don't trust you, that's why I feel angry, because I'm worried that I would be betrayed by you. That's why it's very important to understand your feelings first, so nobody could dictate how you feel. Then manipulation technique number 2 is passive aggressive behavior. Women usually use it more than men, and very often it's used in friendships as well. Like when you're saying something like, how are you doing? And you're like, totally fine, really good, really good. No, everything's okay. And you're like looking somewhere. This is really passive aggressive behavior, because you're not being straightforward, you're not being open, but you definitely don't like something, and then you attack with little things. Yeah, you could have done this better. Yeah, but I'm okay. I would do this. I would do this for you. That's fine. And this way, if you're using this passive aggressive behavior, the person is feeling guilty. So I'm suggesting you, don't use passive aggressive behavior, because it's no use. You're not gain any good from there. If you want to share how you feel, be straightforward about it. First check, okay, I really don't like it, and set your boundaries. You don't want to do this work, then don't do this work. But if you're giving another person passive aggressive behavior, the only thing you can get back is that, don't act this way. Don't talk to me like this. And you're like, I didn't say anything. Come on. This is super toxic, and person probably wouldn't like talking to you afterwards. And if somebody gives you passive aggressive behavior, then make sure to check in, like, what's happening? What are you not happy about? Be straightforward with me. If you have a guess what's happening, then ask about the particular situation and make sure that you get on the same place. Because, for example, somebody heard a rumor that you said something about her, and you're like, are you worried about this rumor? Like, yeah, why are you talking like this about me? And then you say, I haven't said anything about this, and I didn't even know that. So matter of fact, and then you get the clarity, and you're like, what? Really? It wasn't you? Like, okay, like, and if you actually accidentally said something and said something which you're not supposed to, then apologize. Be an adult and say, man, like, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to, and they just feel like, I would never betray your trust again. I'm sorry. And this apology would be able to open up the communication between you two again. So even if another person tries to manipulate you, there is the way how you can repair from it, by just sticking on at least your side in open communication and a healthy way of solving these problems. Then manipulation technique number 3 is silent treatment. Silent treatment is one of the most aggressive manipulations, in fact. So this way the person is trying to make you feel small and abandoned. If somebody is giving you silent treatment, make sure to separate yourself from the feelings of this person and just let him be. Consider it as a break. Don't fall for this manipulation. This one is the most ridiculous, because if you get agitated about it and start second guessing, what does he want? What is this about? Why is he angry? You're falling for exact manipulation, and this is not the way how to build healthy relationships. So make sure to set your boundaries and inform the person. If you're going to give me silent treatment ever again, there would be no way we can communicate openly. If you want to solve this problem, then come and we talk. If you need a break, that's okay. Then once you finish, I'll go do my stuff. And then once you're finished, come to me and we can talk about it. This is what adults do. So if somebody is giving you a silent treatment, this is the way to respond. And if you're the one who is doing it, I strongly recommend, if you didn't mean to do it, but you actually needed a break, for example, you were having a conflict, and then you're like, just, okay, I'm not going to talk anymore. Then in this scenario, you need to say to the person, I'm not trying to manipulate you. I just need to take a break because it's too much for me. This way, the other person would know how you feel and what are you, and you can touch bases in your conflict. It would be much easier for you to repair from it later and build real open communication. Manipulation technique number 4 is infantilize. This one for me personally is really annoying. Infantilizing is when, for example, a guy is telling you, oh baby, honey, like, come on, don't act like this, and giving you the baby voice, and you're like, what the hell? And you're a grown-up woman. Like, why is he talking to me this way? And very often for many women, it actually helps them to calm down. So it depends. Sometimes it can be just a show of care. For instance, if you were complaining about your hairstyle and you're like, oh my God, my hair is not looking like really good today, and you're complaining, and then the guy is coming to you like, hon, it's okay, like no worries about it, you look great, and like babying you, that's fine. He's trying to just get you out of the loop of complaining. But if, for example, you're trying to address a problem and you're saying that you're not happy about your household situation, or you're not happy about amount of quality time you're having, then you need to talk to him and say, for example, you came to the man and said, I want us to spend more quality time. I feel that we're not spending enough time together and I need more love and cuddles. And this is a real issue. And if he's trying to baby talk you at this time without offering any solution for it and saying, I work a lot, and this is just the getaway to make you feel small and make you lose your opinion there and avoiding the problem. So make sure you can maybe even stand up. Don't make any aggressive moves, but make sure to keep the adult position in this conversation, because only this way you'll be able to address the problem. Because if you get to the baby talk, or you can even fall for the baby talk and say, yeah, hon, but I really want to spend more quality time with you. And this way you wouldn't be falling for their manipulation to avoid the problem, but you will be sticking to the topic which you were talking about. This is the thing, is not to get away with that. But if you're addressing it, don't get manipulated by infantilizing, and make sure to stick on the topic until you get the solution. Or agree to find a solution another time. For example, if he's tired, that's also okay. But if this is a pattern and he's doing it every time you get into this problem, then it's time to adult up and actually talk about it face to face, because otherwise it can create real damage to your relationships, which then create contempt, resentment, and then it would be really hard to repair from it. So earlier you get to the core of the problem and find a solution, two of you, easier it would be for you to communicate. And of course, number 5 is gaslighting. There has been a lot of fuss about the Tinder Swindler. I don't know if you watched this movie, but it's really fun, because there the guy is the perfect example of the gaslighter. The woman is sending him their newspaper article like, man, you're a fraud, you stole so much money. And he's like, no, honey, they all lie. It's all lies. And they're like, yeah, but I cannot trust you anymore. And he's like, you can trust me. Of course you can. Yeah, but I feel that and women, I don't know if you watched it, like they borrowed like thousands, hundreds of thousands money from the banks, and he gave it to this guy just because he told him that like, oh, I really love you, honey. There were no actions, there were only words, and the women were told how they should feel about the situation. He was saying, no, you should remember that I love you. You shouldn't believe anybody else. You cannot feel betrayed right now. This is not true. And this is pure gaslighting. When you've seen the facts that the man you've met just like 5 times, and then you already took 250,000 from the bank and gave it to him, that means that you fall for gaslighter. And it's a very powerful thing, because not every woman notices it right away, because there is a tendency to believe in words instead of actions. So I strongly suggest you to look at the actions instead of words. Words mean nothing without actions. If you see the red flags, the many of them, and guys keep telling you, that's okay, that's fine, honey, I truly love you. And then you see like, man, but you just cheated. For instance, like you came home and the girl walked out, and you're like, who is that? And he's like, oh, it's just a friend. And then somebody else said like, no, I saw them together going out and they were kissing. And you're saying that, no, the friend lied to you. So Gaslighting is basically calling things what they are not. So look at the actions. This will protect you from gaslighting, and this will protect your mental health from being betrayed and lied to. So make sure to watch the actions, pay attention how you feel. If you feel even a little uncomfortable, check in with yourself. Why is that? Maybe you're being manipulated. So let me know in the comments what other manipulations you know, and if you had experienced any of those 5, check out my other videos, subscribe on my channel. My name is Katya, I'm a relationship coach, and I wish you a great day.